Hey there guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So for today's video, I thought I would do something a little bit different. I have been seeing it go around so much on YouTube, and I thought it'd be really interesting considering I just did a Sephora haul on my channel. Make sure you guys go and check that out. I'll leave a link for it up here. But I thought it'd be really fun to do a anti-haul. Basically, if you've never seen an anti-haul before, you never heard of it, it was a video created by Kimberly Clark. I will leave a link to her channel in the down bar below. Make sure you guys go check it out. I promise you guys will fall into a YouTube wormhole of all her videos. They're absolutely hysterical. I recommend her so much. Basically, what that is I'm just telling you guys different products that are out right now that I don't want to buy or I don't ever plan on buying. And much like my disappointing products videos, a lot of these products, you may really love, you may have already bought them, or you're really excited to buy them, and it's just personal preference. Some stuff that I like, you're not gonna like. Some stuff that you like, I'm not gonna like. So it just is all in my opinion. It's my hard-earned money that I just simply don't want to waste, and that's about it. Throughout this entire video, I am using a lot of hyperboles. I know I always push you guys like, you need to get this, you need to get this, stop this video, go out and get this. That's a hyperbole. That is exaggeration. If I'm sitting here telling you guys, don't get this, do not waste your money on, it's hyperbole. If you guys want to go get it, if you guys want to spend your hard-earned money on the stuff I'm talking about, then by all means, do it. Do whatever your heart is desired. I'm just exaggerating. Thought I'd throw that out there for you guys real quick. But if you guys are really excited to see this video and you want me to do more anti-hauls, please give this video a huge thumbs up so I know. And while you're at it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, hit that little notification bell so you are notified when I do upload my videos. I upload twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, sometimes Tuesdays and Fridays. We never know here on the Embur family. But if you guys are excited to see my anti-haul, then let's go ahead and dive right on it. So I got my list. I'm ready to get into it, ready to deliver. So the first product, really it's an entire range of products that I just simply don't want to buy, and I know I'm going to get so much hate for it, are the Benefit brow products. Yeah, and the main reason is because the entire line of brow products does not have one single shade that caters to redheads. And I know that I opt to dye my hair red, but still, the fact that you don't have one single brow color that is suitable for Auburn hair, it's really shocking. And it's not just Benefit. There's a lot of other makeup brands I feel like that have brow products out that don't cater to redheads. The only ones that I'm personally aware of are ColourPop. They have 2 shades, so good on them. Same with Anastasia, Hourglass, Maybelline, and NYX. Those are the only brands that cater to redheads that I am personally aware of, and it's shocking to me because it's not like we're that spared. It's not like there's 5 of us just hanging around. There's a pretty good chunk of redheads that are very much into makeup, and I don't understand why brands seem to neglect that hair color. We're not trying to get our eyebrows to be, taupe or like a cool tone brown. It doesn't look right. No. So I'm really disappointed that Benefit, doesn't have a shade that really caters to redheads, and I've even talked to Benefit reps about what shade that redheads would use, and they're always confused, what color to recommend, because they always recommend either 3 or 4, and those shades are both really cool tones at the same time. And at the end of the day, I'm happy using my Anastasia brow products. I'm happy using NYX, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would love to use the Benefit products because they look really cool. The packaging on them is gorgeous, and I love Benefit as a brand. However, just that entire range needs to be expanded more, I think, in their shades. They need a couple more colors out there. They need some lighter colors, they need some darker colors, and they need some more warm tone colors that us redheads can use. Can I get an amen? Okay. The next one is a product that's not even out yet, but I'm just sick and tired of this entire range. It is the Too Faced Peach Palette, the new Peachy Mattes palette that's not even out yet. The entire Peach collection. I am just so sick and tired of it. Oh my god. The colors just don't excite me. When the Peach Palette first came out, I really wanted it, and I was so disappointed that I didn't get it. Because granted, there are a lot of warm tone browns in there, and your girl loves her warm neutrals. But at the same time, I have so many palettes that have those colors in it, and you would think with that amount of shades in the Peach palette that you would get so many different looks, but they always end up looking the same. And then again, with the Peachy Mattes, I have a picture of it right here. It's just not that exciting. It looks like the Modern Renaissance palette. It looks like the Huda Beauty palette. So many of the palettes have those burgundy shades in there, and I'm just I don't need another palette that has that. I love those shades, but if I'm to the point where I'm saying, okay, enough is enough, then we know enough is enough. And they got a Peach Perfect mattifying powder coming out. Like, I'm over the peach. The smell is disgusting. It just makes me gag anytime I'm in Sephora. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm over Too Faced. They're coming out with too many products right now. I have a couple Too Faced products. I have some of their blushes. I have some bronzers. I have a primer. I have some mascaras. And I love those, but I'm just tired of all the launches. I feel like Too Faced is just throwing at consumers, and they're not giving the clients and their consumers enough time to get hyped for the next thing. I feel like they're just throwing so much at you that you're not having enough time to save up to get certain things. I feel like NARS is an excellent brand when it comes to that. NARS really likes to take the time when they come out with new collections and really build up the suspense and build up the hype when they launch new things. Same with Becca. I think Anastasia does it well too. Kat Von D, she does it well as well. I think Too Faced kind of needs to learn from them just a little bit, and I know I'm just little old me saying this, but I just feel like I'm exhausted when I think about how much Too Faced is just coming out with. I don't know, it's because they partner with Estee Lauder now. I don't know what it is, but I think they need to just simmer down just a little bit. Speaking of Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Nicole Guerrero palette, I love Nicole to death. I love her videos. I've been subscribed to her for years, but I just did not really get excited about this highlighting palette. For one, there's only 2 shades in there I personally would ever wear. The other 4, I'm never going to touch them. They're too gray for me. They're too dark. I'm never going to wear them. They're not going to look good on my fair skin. So personally, I don't like it. I also think the shadows in it are just a little bit too chunky for me. The glitter in it is just a little bit too chunky for my personal taste. Now, if you like a really chunky, really bright, pigmented highlighter, then you're really probably going to like that one, especially if you have a tanner skin tone than I do. You're probably really going to like that one, but me personally, my little fair skin tone princess self is not going to get along with that palette whatsoever. Same with the Aurora palette from Anastasia. I am so over the entire holographic trend. I'm just sick and tired of seeing holographic lips, holographic highlighters, holographic everything. I'm over it. I'm done. It's not even holographic. It's more iridescent. And the Aurora palette is just too dark. Like, I literally would be putting on a purple streak on my face. I'm sorry, I'm not edgy enough for that. I wish I was. I know there's girls out there that can really pull it off. I know some girls that had the Moonshine palette and they kill it. They can pull off that bold highlighter. They can pull off that bold statement. But me personally, I'm sorry. It looks weird on me. I don't know if it's because I have red hair and freckles, but it just looks too weird on me. I've tried it. I look like an idiot. I look like I'm trying too hard. So no, no. While we're on the trend of freaking highlighting palettes, the Chrissy Teigen palette from Becca. Oh my god. For one, there is so much glitter packed into all 4 shades in that palette. It's ridiculous. The bronzer has glitter. The blush has glitter. The all over face color has glitter in it. And I'm like, girl, are you trying to look like a shiny disco ball here? Because I'm not. I don't know what Chrissy Teigen's into, but Emily Burton is not into looking like a disco ball. That's just me. And if you have beautiful tan skin, it's gonna look fabulous on you. You're gonna be able to pull it off, but it doesn't suit every single skin tone. And honestly, I'm just really sick and tired of makeup brands catering to one skin tone. It's always medium beige, that whole beige range. And I'm just tired of it. There's fair skin people, there's dark skin people. Women of color may be able to pull off those highlighters, but that bronzer, it's not gonna show up on them. It's not gonna show up on, it's gonna, no, I can't. No, I'm done. And then we got the Huda Beauty highlighting palette that's coming out. And personally, I have nothing against Huda Beauty. I know that she has a lot of stuff going on her Instagram. I don't follow her on Instagram, actually. I don't like her feed. I don't like what she puts on there. She doesn't put enough women of color on there either. I'm not into it. I love her eyeshadow palette. I have it on today. I love her liquid lipsticks. However, this highlighting palette, no, I'm done. I'm over. I don't see the concept behind it. It's a 3D highlighter. I don't really understand that. I don't get what it's supposed to do. Is it supposed to look like my cheeks are coming at you through the screen? I don't really know. I'm over it. I'm over highlighters. And this is coming from somebody who used to be obsessed with highlighters. Like, the amount of highlighters I have in my makeup collection is unreal. Like, I have enough to last me till I'm 80 years old. I don't need any more. It's like liquid lipsticks. Liquid lipsticks were thrown at us so much, and now I feel like highlighters are being thrown at us, and I'm ready for the next trend. I'm ready for it. I'm over highlighting. I'm over liquid lipsticks. Move on. And then the last highlighter we got is the Nikki Tutorials and Ofra collection. Nikki girl. For one, I love Nikki Tutorials. I love her. I love her tutorials simply because she really caters to people who have small eyes and hooded eyes. 2 things that I have. Love her for that. However, this collection, I'm just, no. For one, when it comes to the lips, I'm only going to wear that nude shade. I'm not going to wear the other two shades. Let's be real. Do you ever see me wear a bold pink or red lip? No. And then the highlighter, I love it. I think it's gorgeous, but it looks just like my NARS one. Like, this is the NARS Banc Sable, however the hell you pronounce it, because I never learned how to pronounce it. It looks so identical to the NARS palette. It's probably more affordable to get the Ofra one because you get the lipsticks with it, but if you're just wanting the highlighter and you want a great quality highlighter that's not chunky and looks very natural on the skin, the NARS one is a great one to go for. But you have the same 3 shades, and I only ever use these 2, and that's why I would do the same with the Nikki one. The bronze one, everyone's like, oh, you can use it on your eyes. How many times do you take a highlighter and just purely use it on your eyes? Never. You say that to justify the price, you say that to justify the purchase, but when do you ever really think, I'm gonna use that highlighter all over my lips today instead of just using a shadow that looks just like it? You never do it. You say to justify the purchase, but you never end up doing it. So no, that's why I'm not buying the Nikki and Ofra collection. Then we got freaking Lorac, one of my favorite brands, coming out and slumming with Pirates of the Caribbean. Lorac, why'd you do that? Why? I love the Lorac shadows. They're some of my favorite eyeshadows on the market. I think that they are untouchable. They're so pigmented. They blend like a freaking dream. I use them on all of my clients. But why would you come out with an eyeshadow palette that's partnered with the Pirates of the Caribbean on the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Like, the hype for Pirates of the Caribbean, I feel like it's over. I feel like the only reason I'm going to go see that is because the kid that's in it is freaking cute. And Johnny Depp is the man of my dreams. That's the only reason I'm going to go see it. It had came out, like, when the third one came out, when it was at its hype, when Disney was marketing the crap, I feel like, out of Pirates of the Caribbean, it would be a justifiable release. But now, it's not. The timing's off, I feel like. Also, the shadows in it, they're uncohesive. I don't get the point of it. It's a lot like an Urban Decay Vice palette. I don't understand why you're grouping these shadows together. I just don't like it. A highlighter palette, on the other hand, I kind of am impartial to. It looks nice, but the packaging, I'm over it. I do have a friend that has purchased the eyeshadow palette, and she says the quality is amazing. There's a lot of kick up, but the quality is amazing. So if you like the shades in it, I'm gonna say that it's probably worth the money. The next thing that I'm over are the Morphe 35 palettes. All of them, every single one, not just the 35-0. All of them. I'm sorry, I don't need 35 eyeshadows in one palette when all the shadows look the same. Now, if you are just starting out in makeup, if you have like hardly any palettes, but you want to build your collection up, you really want to expand it, or you're just starting out as a makeup artist and you really want a huge collection of eyeshadows, then by all means, get it. It's a perfect thing to get. It's a easy money. It's not that expensive. You can definitely get it. I highly recommend it if you're just starting out. However, if you're like me and you're a makeup hoarder and you have over 20 palettes, you do not need 35 more similar brown or orange shades like the 35-0. I'm sorry, you don't. You're never going to use it. On top of all that, if you have 5 Morphe palettes, they all look the same. By the time like you like search through all of your makeup and get to that one palette, you're just gonna be so over it, and all your looks are gonna look the same. It's the same when it comes to the Sweet Peach palette. All your looks are gonna look so similar. So it's just like, what is the point? I am nothing against the company. I love their brushes. I think they're great. Especially if you want a lot of brushes on a budget, that is a great brand to go for. If you want anything, if you want a plethora, a cornucopia of a lot of things, Morphe is a great brand to go to. But if you're like me, you have a ton of brushes, you have a ton of eyeshadow palettes, you don't need it. I promise you, you can live without it. And I promise you, if you got 20 palettes, you probably already have something that's like it, so don't waste your money. Another trend that I'm over, I want to move on, I don't know why it's such a huge trend, are metallic lipsticks. Why? Why do you guys want glitter all over your lips? Maybe it's just because I'm bitter, because I'm not edgy and cool enough to pull them off, but I'm sorry, I don't want to wear glitter on my lips. I'm not into it. It's not a look you can wear daily. People are like, oh, you can wear it at night, like out to the club. One, I don't go to the club enough to be wearing it. Second of all, if I go to the club wearing that, people are gonna be like, this girl is trying way too hard. Why is she wearing glitter on her lips? Like, no, I'm not into it. I'm over it. Huda Beauty is now coming out with metallic lips, and I'm like, girl, you missed the train. Move on. What is the point? I don't get it. I'm over it. Then we got Smashbox and Anastasia over here coming out with lipstick palettes, and I'm like, I don't get why lipstick palettes have made it into mainstream consumerism, because honestly the only people that ever use lipstick palettes like that are professional makeup artists. Honestly, if you're a regular consumer, and granted, if you want these palettes, then by all means go get these palettes. However, I only think the people that ever need palettes like that are professional makeup artists. Next, we have Urban Decay coming out with the contour palette, the Shapeshifter palette. Kind of late in the game. I was very surprised that they just are now coming out with contour palette, considering I feel like contouring and contouring kits were very in trend like 2 years ago, back in like 2015, so I was very shocked at how late to the game they were coming out with it. Granted, I don't plan on ever buying this palette, but I don't necessarily hate it. I like the fact that there is a mirror dividing the cream and the powder from each other. It makes it feel a little bit better because you're not going to get powder all up in the creams. It's protected, so I do like that aspect of it. Granted, I probably would like this palette if I had it. However, I'm not going to waste my money on buying another contouring kit when I already have so many of them. I'm into a much more warmer contour now. It looks very natural. I'm just not into that very harsh gray cream contour right now. That's just not me. But then we got freaking Natasha Denona making a $89 contouring palette. Why? Why on God's name would you want to spend $89 on 6 contouring shades when you can just walk down the street and go get Kat Von D? Granted, the Natasha Denona one has 3 creams in it. So at the same time, you're really just paying for 3 shades because it's the same color, just one's in cream and one's in a powder. And I know that there's one that's for medium to dark shades and one that's light to medium. But the light to medium one might as well just say medium because fair tone people can't wear it. The contour shades are way too dark. The highlighters are way too dark. They're not going to look like highlighters. They're going to look like our skin tone. So really, it's just for people who are medium tone and dark skin. And I'm just like, there are people out there that are fair. Acknowledge us. Natasha Denona with her face glow powders, she does the same thing. Their face glow powders are supposed to go all over your face. If I put them all over my face, they're going to be way too tan on me. They're not going to look good. They're going to look like I just can't do my makeup. And I'm sorry. If I want an all over face glow palette, I'll just go to my Hourglass one and I'll be just as fine with my dim light. Thank you very much. I can't really hate on the entire Natasha Denona brand. Like, I would want to hate on her eyeshadows so much because they are ridiculous. It's like $250 on your firstborn child just to get a freaking star eyeshadow palette. But at the same time, I'm like, payday comes around, I'm getting that sunset palette, so I'm a hypocrite. So that has been my anti-haul. I hope you guys really like this video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below if you guys want to see more of these videos. I'm not going to do them all the time, but I kind of want to do them every kind of season when brands start to launch a lot of products. I might do another one, but let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos as well. Also hit that notification bell so you are notified for all of my uploads, and let me know in the comments down below as well what you guys don't plan on buying. I would love to know. And that is it for me today, guys. I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.